Jess Lebow. I'm the lead narrative designer. It's obviously a shooter, sniper game, but this isn't a run and gun shooter, right? As I said, you're not Rambo, right? It's very strategic. You have to plan, you have to prepare for things. Open world, so you do your reconnaissance, you prepare for you pick up your crafting items in the open world, and then you take missions, and you complete those missions as a sniper, as an operative of JSOC. You're an American Special Forces. You've gone in after your brother, who's now gone missing, and you're trying to find him. You go undercover, you infiltrate separatist organization, and then it goes on from there. So some groups will just be neutral, right? They don't care whether you're there or not, until you start shooting them, or until you've worked for perhaps their enemy. You can do, as a special forces operative, you're not going to have a lot of backup. So you might have to actually do some things to help other people in order to get them to help you. You have to be very resourceful. It's about survival. It's about being able to get your own equipment, craft your own equipment, make your own rifles, that sort of thing, right? So, for example, there's a crime syndicate. They don't really care whether you're in the country or not. However, if you help them out, they'll scratch your back if you scratch theirs, right? The Russians are trying to help the separatists, who are also Russian-speaking, who believe that they don't identify with the country of Georgia. They don't really identify with the country of Russia either, but because the Russians will support them, they're using them for support as well. You start out infiltrating them, but as soon as you potentially break your cover, then they could be angry at you and they won't necessarily support you anymore. It has to do with the choices. For us, it's important that you be able to choose how you play the game. We give you challenges, we give you tools to interact or to overcome those challenges, and then you choose how you deal with those. We're not going to reward you for good or bad behavior. It's you have a mission to accomplish, right? You're undercover, you're working with separatists, but eventually you're going to have to take them out because they're going to become dangerous. So we're talking about people who you've built up bonds with, you've fought with, you've shot and killed people on their side. You've heard their argument. You understand what they're about. You understand why they feel injured or why they don't feel connected to the Georgian country. And then you're going to be asked by your country to potentially execute those people, right? So then you have the choice. Do you disobey orders or do you follow orders, right? If you disobey orders, what are the consequences to that, right? If you obey orders, what are the consequences to that, right? Maybe the people that there are brothers, there are relations. You kill somebody that you liked because it's on orders. That guy's brother's not going to be real happy with you, right? So, and I don't want to give away too much, but we try to build it up so that you really have some conundrums, and we give you choices of when you break your cover and when you decide to do certain things, and that will change the next mission. After, the story won't change, but the side you're on perhaps will. We're not going up against the generic shooters, right? This is not a run and gun shooter. So you have to plan your infiltration and your exfiltration route, right? You have to know what your exit strategy is, right? You want to know where the enemy patrols are. You want to know who's going to give you problems trying to get out of there. There's no Black Hawk that's going to come in and pick you up and take you out, right? You're on your own. So as soon as you start shooting, if you set off an alarm, if you kill somebody and they're not seen, then no problem, right? If you kill somebody in front of someone else, they're going to start hunting for you, and you're going to have to get your ass out of there. And so you can try. You can pick up a machine gun and you can try and shoot, but you're going to get overwhelmed, right? You might be successful for a short period. You might be able to run real fast. You might be able to get in a buggy and get out of there. But it is not our intention for you to just Rambo your way out of there. No, we're going to warn you about how dangerous these people are, and you can't take out 5 guys to 1 when they're all shooting at you. So you're going to have to plan. Now we have to balance realism with fun, right? So you're not going to lie in the weeds for 4 days waiting for your target to pop up somewhere. But our creative director is an ex-Marine scout sniper. The humidity and air temperature and distance and wind are all going to be a factor in how you actually take your shot. And people do, people have said that it's a very accurate, shooting experience.